There it is.
And yeah,
This
so
meeting
we
is
are now
being
live.
live. There we go.
Stuff.
Cool.
What's the good evening or good morning, depending where you are. Our friend Dana is all the way on the West
Good
Coast.
morning.
So it'd be good evening for you. It is good morning for me.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
you see it?
Oh, it's 1 o'clock for you. Yeah.
Yes, it's 1
one
a.m.
o'clock for
Right.
you.
So it's morning for me. And it typically is. I have no problem. I sleep strange hours all the time. Wait, because when people go through the awakening, things happen. My eating habits have changed completely. I've always been a very strange sleeper when I could. I loved working at the bar at night. But what
Mm-hmm.
about you? Have you been going through any food
Strange.
change?
Yeah. Phew, I'll tell you what, my sleep habits have just crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, I'll get 2 hours sleep, maybe 3 hours sleep, and then I'll get an hour sleep, and then I'll get 4 hours sleep.
Correct.
So yeah,
Correct.
it's nothing consistent. Um, so, but also, I think I'm dealing with some parasite issues, and so I'm doing
Everybody
oh,
has
what is
them.
it? Oregano with black oil. Yeah. Oh, everybody does. Yeah.
Everybody has them.
And I'm getting ready
Mushrooms,
to, I'm gonna,
oregano, black oil, I've heard oils, certain oils,
yep, yep, oregano with the black oil. I'm
right?
actually gonna go to tomorrow to what is that? Tractor Supply, and you can get ivermectin. It's
Yep.
ivermectin for horses.
Yes.
And so if you hear me whinny,
Preach it,
don't be
brother.
surprised.
That's right. That's right.
That's it.
My
Yep. Yep. And
husband's, I'm sorry, you want to say something?
no, go.
No. My husband's partner back in the day, we just found out has cancer,
Mm,
and I don't care. I don't care how crazy they think I am. I told them, the fenbenzanol, I think it's called, the
yep.
ivermectin.
And bendazole.
No freaking meat. If anything, a little bit of white meat. Absolutely no sugar, no carbs, nothing bleached. Anything too white has been fucking bleached unless it came from a pig or chicken, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Turkey. Maybe turkey.
Turkey. You're
Yeah.
supposed to stay away from the meats too, as much as you can.
Yeah.
Some fishes,
Well, I mean,
please.
your pig, um, yeah, swine has worms and a bunch of stuff. I mean, a lot of our food has uh,
Parasites.
parasites in it. A lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff. All of our produce has parasites. So it's just good to go through a cleansing
That's right.
periodically.
That's right.
Ivermectin, fenbendazole, hydroxychloroquine. I was
I do
watching a guy
that.
the other day. The tonic has uh,
Tonic water.
quinine in. Yeah, tonic
Quinine.
water has
Quinine.
quinine in it.
Quinine, quinine. That's cool.
So yeah,
Yep,
yep,
that's exactly it.
yep,
I
yep.
don't like it too much. It's very sweet, but I'll drink one down every now and then. I absolutely drink my apple cider vinegar like once or twice a week, just like a capful. And then I
That's
have my
good. Yeah,
pink Himalayan salt with my lemon, fresh
yeah,
lemon.
yep,
John does his own thing. I didn't even know he was doing it. I'm like, good for you. It's that
yep.
it's one of those it comes in tea form and it comes in capsules, but it gives you alkaline. You must steady your
Yes,
alkaline. It
yeah,
has to be
yeah.
higher than the acids in your body. Think of a
Well,
swimming pool, the
yeah,
pH balance.
exactly,
And I
exactly.
grew up in Brooklyn and I
Yeah,
understand a little bit of chemistry, like
yeah.
about pools, I'm saying.
I mean, I took organic chemistry, 2 years of organic chemistry at Geneva College in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. And they teach you all about, you learn about the hydrocarbons, but also you learn about bases, you learn about acids.
Right.
And um, what is it? It's a baking soda. Baking soda is really good for you. Put it in a
Everything.
little bit of water with lemon. You mentioned that,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's
The stomach,
what do
baking
they call
soda,
that? Yeah, but it's
your teeth, you
sodium
can use baking
bicarbonate.
soda. Sorry.
Sodium bicarbonate. You can use it
Yes.
all over your body. I
Yes.
mean, you can, yeah. For
I've
God's sake, people that have hemorrhoids and you have itching, try sodium bicarbonate in water and
Wow, that's
just use
crazy.
it to clean that area. Yeah, and it takes the itching away. Yeah.
Ooh.
Cheers. Yeah.
I know a lot of pregnant women go through that. So I'll just get,
Hmm.
and I'm sure everybody, a lot of other people do too. I'm not, I don't
Oh,
want to get any, but it's good to know this stuff. I hate to say it, it's just
it's
good to
it's
know.
basic chemistry, and they've taken that away from us.
That's right.
They really have. They
And
don't
they
want us
stuffed
to
it
know
with
basic chemistry.
fluorides and uh
So why did they do the fluorides?
I think it messed up our interiors, just like all the vaccines and stuff.
The pineal gland. Your
Did
pineal
it?
gland is how you connect to source. People call it, okay, we can get into the discussion of God and Lord and all that, Yahuwah and Yahusha. Um, but what it does is, and it's really
Yahweh.
funny, if you go to the Rome, they actually have a picture. The pineal gland
Yes,
looks like
a
a
cone.
upside down pine cone,
Yes, it does.
and and they have it at the Vatican. Well, why would the Vatican have that?
Isn't
That's
that strange?
because the pineal gland is critical for us to have a connection with source. And some people, again, there's a whole discussion about God and Lord, and that back in 325 AD, after death,
After what?
um,
Wait,
you
we lost
had
you.
the Catholic Church after death,
After death.
325 AD, after death, yeah. You had
Okay.
the Council of Nicene, and they actually went through and they changed a lot of the
The
Bible.
domino domini. Domino domini. But
And
yeah.
so they changed. For example, there's one guy that I follow. He's out of South Africa, and doggone if I can remember his name, but he's really, really good, and he has a strong biblical background. But he talks about Yahuwah and Yahusha. And Yahuwah was what was in the Bible, what was in the Torah, from what I understand and
Yes.
what I gathered from this guy. And then Yahuwah, that is, or excuse me, Yahusha. And so Shah is, he comes
Female?
in the name, he comes in the name of Yahuwah. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, because I always thought it was Yahweh, not Yahusha. That would be like
Yeah.
Indian.
Yep.
It sounds feminine, effeminate, and then it sounds like of Indian origin,
Yeah.
like
I
Shiva.
should have I should have brought in we have what's going on here? Might have an issue of substation waiting for power supply replacement. So that's okay. Yeah. Sorry folks, I'm on call
That's fine.
in
We don't have anybody
California.
watching
So
at the moment anyhow. I haven't even shared yet. So, but we do have a couple of
oh
dozen. So
good.
yeah, we got time.
The
People will find us and hopefully.
yeah, I should try to find if it again, this is the type of thing I'll use my laptop when once I get settled in this,
Yeah, because you
and
have a
I'll
lot of
I'll put
videos you
together.
share and I got
There it
them,
is.
believe me. Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
But this one guy is very good out of South Africa, and he does um,
South
he
Africa.
records the
South
Torah, but he
Africa.
also talks about the truest Bible is
That's
what
what
is
Patch
one
said, that the
one
African
second.
Bible was the
There it
truth.
is. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Go
get it.
on, do what you got to do. See how things come together, guys? I don't make this shit up. I don't get my information from just nothing. People are getting it from all over the world. I'm friends with people all over the world. I've put up data recently that there's 34 to 50% of people, Americans, excuse me, Americans, that believe
Can you see
in
this? I don't know. Can you see
Q, in Q's
this?
theory.
Hmm. Yeah, if
No,
it's
what does
not,
it say? 13.
let me
I
see.
can't see it. You would have to you'd
Uh,
have to turn off your background
okay, let me turn off the background. Uh, Let me see. How do I
or
do
if you
that?
want to just take a, oh, you can't, you're using your phone.
Yeah, let me background effects gone.
Like I
No.
said, don't worry about
Okay.
it. This is Dana and I are trying to get stuff together. Mama Helen, I guess she wasn't feeling good, but she knows she can pop on anytime. Oh, there you go. Ethiopian
Yep.
Bible.
And
That is
so,
exactly what Patch was saying. Patch, I
yeah.
never doubted
And
you. You just got too upset.
Patch, wow, I haven't heard him in ages. Wow, how's he doing?
He got mad at us for not believing in the flat. I never said I didn't believe in the flat earth theory. I just
Oh,
was like, it's I have my biggest problem, and I don't want to go into it because we have a lot to talk about, is why would God just create this just us? Now, if we're flat, I don't give
okay.
a shit. But to believe that we're
Well, it's
alone
not
and
just
that there's only
us.
people outside us, no, 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 no. God didn't sit there just twiddling his fingers to take care of just like 10 different species. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. I'm an artist.
Um,
I'm bored as shit. I gotta keep going. What do you think God is? He
yeah.
created.
What?
He didn't stop.
Well, he did. Well,
I
he
can't.
and so
That's my
so
biggest
what
problem.
is,
Otherwise, the earth can
there's
be
a whole
flat all it
discussion.
wants.
You can get into a whole discussion of God too.
Yeah.
You know, is God just one, or
I think God
is
is all
he
of us
omniscient?
together.
Well,
RFK had
and
said it, something
there's a whole
similar.
discussion about that too. There's another discussion, who created us? Is there a group, that created us? Or is it just, one person? There's a whole discussion. I don't have the answer to that. I have what I think I believe, but
I think
I
we're
think,
dead now. I think when we die, we'll be born. Our souls are alive. They just don't know what the fuck we're doing in these machines of ours.
well, it's a spirit. I think we never die.
The
We're a
soul, the
spirit.
spirit,
We
yes.
stay. We stay that way.
Yes. We're sitting up there in some kind of astral plane looking down like, oh, you stupids.
Mm.
But we
Yeah.
have to go through the divine web that we've created. We all picked it. It had to be done certain ways for all the webbing to work and to be formidable, a force field. That is my belief. Like behind me, you can't get through that. Although I think it's just sand or something. Maybe you can, but
Well, and you see behind me right now. And
you could tell
what
them.
what
Ooh.
I'm showing is, and what I believe, and there are many maps out there that show this, is
Hmm.
that really the earth is flat. My belief, the earth is flat, that we have a dome over top of us, and that keeps our ecosphere in. In 1962, there was Operation Dominic. And Operation Dominic, they tried to penetrate
That was the Russians.
the uh,
Was that the
the
Russians?
barrier. No, it was the United States. It was the United
The
States.
patch said it was the
And we
Russians that tried
attempted,
to do it first.
yeah, well, and they may have.
I'm just
I
I'm just
yeah,
trying to get things for my
yeah.
own benefit too in
Gotcha.
order.
No, that's okay. We're all in
Thank you.
search of trying to find the answers.
We're trying to help
And
guys.
so there are many people. You see this guy here. He's very good. Sometimes he goes off the wall. He gets a
He
little
does.
crazy, look at
Well,
this
the
dot
thing
on this
that
person's face, etc. I'm not going to get
he's
into that.
hysterical. First of all, he thinks that Q or they're bad. He thinks they're bad, Q. He doesn't think they're good people. He
Yeah,
thinks Trump is
yeah,
bad. No, my friend,
yeah.
we would have been a communist country. We would have fallen to the Islamic terrorists by now. if the good guys were not in control for 10 years or more. And let me tell you, it's much more. They have been in control for more.
Oh yeah.
Trump
Oh
agreed
yeah.
with
Yeah. I
this
mean,
years
okay.
and years and years
You-
ago.
But let's get back. Let's get back to the flat Earth real quick. So
Yes,
what I'm
really
showing
quick.
you here, okay? You can't see, in the center there is sort of the flat Earth, okay? And there's a dome over top. Well, you know what? There are three openings. There's three gates to, and I've seen the maps for this. Have I actually been there? No, but I've seen the maps. And that we are all, we're all tied together with, we all have the same ocean, and there are different lands. And each of these different lands, they have their own bubble too. They have their own ecosphere because maybe they need more oxygen, maybe they need more nitrogen, maybe they need, their
And
air
we
is
were
different
just
than
made
us.
right for this
But
part of the
anyways,
planet. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and that's why,
Yeah, I
we
mean, and
had
that's
the
weird, right?
giants. Yeah, we had up. Hold on here. I
The giants, the
have a
Nephilim or
call. I'll be right back.
Nephilim. Go on.
Yep.
Nephilim. You'll probably correct me
I'll be
when you
right
come
back.
back.
I'll be right back.
Do what you got to do, hon. Don't worry about it. He's on call. He's still at work for a little bit or all night, I think. I don't know. Um, they're in the Bible. Where'd they go? What happened to the stuff that is mentioned in the Bible? He is right about the pineal gland. You're back?
I'm back.
Then continue with the flat earth because I could talk about that pineal all day.
Yeah. The
What
so
it
that
does.
there are many lands outside of the Earth. And when they talk about Mars, there's actually one called Mars. There's another one called Saturn. When uh, was it Elon talks about going to Mars? Well, he's not going to go through, into space. He's going to go through one of the portals to be able to go over to Mars.
Or can they go
And
over the ice wall?
one of
Can we
the
go over the ice wall
gates
yet?
over, no, you go through it. You can go through it. People have gone through it. My a guy that I used to work with, he said, yeah, he said he's been to the ice wall. He was part of the Navy, and
The blue ice?
he didn't actually see the blue ice, but he was at one of the gates. Yeah,
The one thing is,
that
guys, you have to trust what you're hearing from you have to trust it to an extent. Because once you see other people are saying it and other people are saying it, and they're all coming from different areas, how can this be? How does it connect? Just like Dane, it's so, oh,
you
Dane is
know,
full of shit. Anybody could say that, but it's harder to sit here and listen and be like, wait a second. Wait a second. Did I hear something about this before from somewhere else? That's kind of strange. And this is going back 10 years.
and,
That's the
and,
epiphanies, guys. Go on. I'm
and
sorry, Dana.
and yeah, no, and that's good. You know,
And that's
we're
good.
sharing information, and it's based on information that we've found, and it should never preclude anyone from researching information themselves. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the spacecraft there. That's all bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. The what happened, with the Enterprise and Kirk and all that, and going to different planets and all that's all bullshit. And it goes back to Disney. You had Disney, you had von Braun, and they came over after World War II.
Disney was
They came
created
over
before
and they created
Universal. Wait a
NASA.
second. Wait 1 second before you continue. Disney was created after Universal created their sign. And Universal sign was the full globe
Agree?
Earth. And it
Yeah.
was black and white. And I think it was like 1911 or 20s. I definitely
And it
know
was,
Disney came after. So that always confused me, but
yeah,
continue, please.
yeah. So Disney was part of it. And that's why you look at, if you look at Disney, you'll see that he has a dome over top of the castle. And it's really what it is. This is the cabal, the Illuminati, the deep state. They have to tell the truth
Yes.
in some form. They
Yes,
don't have
they
to
do.
tell us,
That's right.
but they have to tell us the
It's
truth.
all this little
And
fun
that's
games.
Yep, and that's why there's a dome over top of Disney World because
They have to be
it's to
they
put
have
it out in
them.
front of us.
They have Club 33, which has a black and white floor. That's all Illuminati. They have, of course,
The Masons,
the
yep,
Masons built it. They were good with sciences and maths
the
and
highest level.
their hands.
Yeah,
Then you had the cruises going
yep,
there.
yep.
The children gone missing. They've made fun of this in cartoons in the last 20 years, 25 years. Children going missing from Disney.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Well, my cousin worked there, and he said that there were underneath Disney,
Wait, you're
there
cutting
were
out bad. Hold
caves
on.
and
You're cutting out real bad.
okay. Am I back? Oh
Say it
boy.
again.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on. Let me get there from here.
Go on,
It
babe.
would always help if I connect to my Wi-Fi.
Oh, no
Yeah,
wonder, because before it was pretty good before we went on.
yeah. But okay, there it is. I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. Should be better now.
Shit happens. Go on.
Yeah.
Tickle me,
But yeah,
bro.
my cousin worked he worked at Disney, and there's caves and everything underneath Disney, and yeah, I mean, I don't want to be sued by Disney and say that they had, they apprehended
We're,
children or anything and stuff, but I had heard
yeah.
rumors about it. Do I know it as a fact? No,
Oh,
I just
I
know,
know. It
yeah,
has to be. It
yeah.
has to be. They're all over. They're in they're they're in the Vatican. They're they
Well,
were
yeah. There was a tunnel that supposedly went from the Vatican to Jerusalem, and it was
yes.
filled with gold, and they took out 650 plane loads of gold. I got that
Septillion.
from I got
Septillion.
that from
Charlie Ward.
one, but also Jan. Oh, I had dinner with her. Jan something
Does
Smith.
she have an online name?
She actually lives in England. She's a very, very sweet woman. She's actually one of Trump's confidants.
I know a lot of them. I know a lot
Yeah.
of them from England. I can't think. Jan.
But she's not from England. She's from the United States. She just lives in England.
Yeah.
But doggone it. Jan, what's her last name? I'm going to try to search for it while I'm talking to you.
That's all right.
But yeah, but she's an absolute sweetheart. She said the same thing. They took out 650 plane loads of gold. So,
I
um,
heard that. I heard that a long time ago. God, I really can't remember where I hear half my crap. I'm just there, here, and everywhere.
yeah.
You are so much more organized than I am. But I think that's just how women are just like pluck, 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 pluck. Men are like, give me some more. I'm gonna stay with you. I want a little more. Come on, feed me, and with this, I mean, I don't get it, but because you're more in depth with the subjects, and I love that. And you're like, hey, well, I met them, and you went golfing over here with. Didn't you go golfing with Charlie Ward?
Um, I went to his tournament in Florida, in Miami. Yeah.
Did you meet him?
Oh goodness, yeah, yeah. I have a picture of him someplace. I don't know. Can I bring that stuff up here? Oh, I can.
Why
Ha.
not?
I Oh,
Oh,
didn't mean
right.
that. Didn't mean.
Remember, it's the effects and background,
Yep, gotcha.
and then the plus sign to add your pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
do
yeah, so
have Charlie Ward. I'm on his group. But he was just allowed back onto Facebook. Same with Alex Jones, which I find kind of suspicious. I want to talk about National Guard for just 1 second, and then we'll
oh
get back.
yes.
We weren't supposed to talk about the flat Earth. We are going to have, because I know there's a few people that are interested in it. So we will have
A
we'll
special on it.
dedicate like a whole live show to it. Oh, how cool. How
Yep.
cool.
And I have one more too. And this guy is very special. So I don't know whether had you heard about Loy Brunson?
Not, no. The name sounds familiar, but no.
Okay. So Lloyd, I have a bunch of pictures here. So Lloyd Brunson, let me see if I can get a good one. Yeah, here he is. Lloyd Brunson submitted to the Supreme Court that in 2020, for the 2020 election, that the Congress, there we go, the Congress failed to uh, do their due diligence, and they when there was information brought forward in regards to election fraud, they're supposed to stop all activities. And Nancy Pelosi pushed everything through. And when she did that, and the entire Congress pretty much they voted on it, that that incident right there created it was illegal. They were
Right.
not allowed to do that. And according to the Constitution, when that occurs, they're supposed to stop. And they didn't. And so all members of Congress can be removed as a result. This is the man right here, Lloyd Brunson, who,
Brunson, let me look him up.
yep, Lloyd Brunson. And he and his brothers submitted to the Supreme Court and said that, and by the way, their case was accepted by the Supreme Court to
Right.
overturn the 2020 election. And that's
I
this
don't
man here.
recognize him, but the name, I know I've heard that name. Well,
Hmm.
okay, so
Yeah,
that's fantastic news because you know what we want. It's we the
absolutely. But
people, it's not we the Congress. So we want Congress to be dismantled. Congress, there was about 89%, they said at the top.
hmm
God knows the lower was like 49% of Congress is in on it, evil, whatever you want to call it. Um, so yeah,
they
we either,
recognize.
and that includes MTG and all our friends,
Yeah.
Mike Johnson. These people are made believe. MTG d does not look like the same person she did. And I'm
Mhm.
laughing at people. I'm like, well, I knew she was gone like 3 months ago. She didn't look the same.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was like, people age, but their faces,
Do you recognize this guy?
um,
Derek
is he,
Johnson.
who?
Derek Johnson.
Is he the one that gets all the information about where our money is going or something?
No, he's the one that said that Trump is the 46th president. And he said, here's why. Well, he didn't say he's the commander in chief, is what he is. Derek said he is the
Is he
commander in
from,
chief.
I'm sorry, where is he from? Like the South?
Tennessee. Tennessee.
I know I've heard him on somebody else's show before.
Yeah. Yeah. Derek is awesome.
Okay.
Freaking awesome. The man is just, just to shake his hand. I mean, he is just bold as bold can be. Awesome guy. Awesome guy.
She,
But what he did is that he provided evidence according to military
yes,
law that
I did know
Trump
this.
was the commander in chief, and he proved it.
Right.
And that's why what occurred, they say 45-47. Well, Trump was actually in charge during that period of time. Well, let me rephrase that. So you had the U.S. corporation, and the U.S. corporation, they, through their swindling, they were able to put Joe Biden into office for the 46th president of the United States. However, that was for the U.S. corporation.
Right.
Trump created when in his first presidency, he created or returned the republic to the United States, and so yeah, he was the commander in chief because he was a wartime president, and he declared that he was a wartime president. He remained as the president throughout that period of time from 45 through 47.
How did he prove?
However,
Tell them how I know all this. Tell them how he proved it though.
well,
What was the paper? Where did he get the paperwork? Do you
I'm not
know?
I'm not sure exactly what. I mean, it was the Law of War manual.
It was
That was
it was
approved in
a
20,
military
yeah, it was approved in 2015, the Law of War Manual, and
2015.
2015,
2015.
that was just before, wait, it was 2016. I apologize, it was 2016. And that's when
In the very
they
beginning.
it was approved by Congress. It was approved by everybody, okay? And then Trump took office in 2017,
They
January of
didn't think he
2017.
would.
Exactly. Well, they did multiple things to try to make
So
sure it
they
didn't
snuck
happen.
it in somehow in a
Well,
bill.
they had the
They're three
Law of
dead.
War Manual all
We
approved.
we
Yeah,
used their way of doing things against them.
exactly.
We snuck it in somehow in 2015. This is what I'm telling you. This has been
2016.
a
Yeah.
long, or 16, sorry. It still doesn't matter. For something that like that to go in, it has to be on the floor for a year or something, going back
Well,
and forth and whatever it is.
absolutely. I mean, this whole plan has been going on. Okay,
Tell it.
so
Tell it.
Q, yep. I mean, other than the fact, okay, so Q was actually in this, well, there was a book in the Bible called Q.
Yes.
Besides that, you had the close confidants under President Lincoln. That organization was called Q. However, what happened is
Correct.
that in uh, 20, excuse me, in 1960, well, when JFK was in, he created a group called Q.
Yes.
And you had military people because okay, the reason that they tried to kill, and notice what I said, tried to kill JFK. Now, I have something I'm going to share with you. So if you will indulge me 1 minute here, I will show you something else. But what happened is that they he wanted, and he did, by the way, change the U.S. dollar. He was trying to get away from the federal dollar, the SWIFT
Yes.
dollar. You know where it says
Well,
across the top, Federal Reserve.
why
Okay.
do we want a pyramid with the eye on it on any of our
Well,
money? Just
that
saying.
that too. Yeah, but let me get there from here. I know. Oh, wait.
Just saying.
Let me see here.
I like your
That's not-
topics, by the way. Good picks. You know.
thank you. Thank you. But what happened is that JFK found out he was going to be killed, or there was a
Right.
potential. He had a body double. And you're
That's
going to
right.
say, Dana, you are freaking crazy. There's no way he died, blah, blah, blah. And okay, let me
You're
go back
freaking
here.
crazy. No.
There it is. Okay, I just have to find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, everybody will love this. Everybody will love this. Here we go. This is only one, folks. This is only one. And so JFK, the driver,
Move
actually
your
turned around.
so they could see the doggy. Because that's what brought me to why Trump doesn't have a dog now. Because Dana and I both know that there's more than one Trump, right, Dana?
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
there's probably three or four because
right.
he's different
I'm thinking
heights and all that.
six because I saw another one that I've never seen before. So I'm thinking there's five or six. And that's why he cannot have animals. He doesn't have dogs. Yeah, because it's easy to train a dog to get to like two lookalikes, but it ain't so easy to get them to like six. You know what I'm saying?
This is
There
the
he is.
evolution. This is the evolution of JFK. And I don't know how to get me out of the picture
Yeah,
there.
you're good. You're
There we
good.
go.
Yeah, he
That
hugged
was
him.
Trump. And
And
not
then
only that, you ready for this? I have also heard that Trump and JFK are related.
they
Not
are.
only
He's
that,
Kahuni.
yeah,
They're
and not
cousins.
only and not
Something.
only that, but General Michael Flynn is also related. And Marilyn
He's
Monroe,
Joe Kennedy's son.
yeah,
If Mama Helen, we'll save that for another time too, because Mama Helen knows the Kennedy and the Calhoun families very well. She knows about JFK Jr. and we'll have to get into that another time. I wanted to go a little more into the future as we
well,
can,
I have one more. I have one more that I want to show,
by all means.
and this is crucial. And I will
Yes.
move out of the way.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I've seen all this before, guys. I
Okay.
mean, this is what we all, you're not doing it for me, Dana. Believe me, you're doing it for everybody else.
Oh,
Whoever
I know, I
decides to
know.
watch this.
This
Okay.
is general information that's being shared, but it's stuff. Every time that I get a video or something that's important, I snap a picture of it or I save the video, and that way I can come back and
I must
show
have a
all this
hundred thousand
information later
pictures.
on.
I'm
I
not
do,
kidding.
I
Hundred
do. I
thousand.
mean, not only that, but every time that there it is. Every time that it shows that the video that shows when people were executed at Gitmo or wherever they were executed. I always shoot pictures of that and save all that. So,
Mama Helen asked an interesting question. She said, "What did they do with all the bodies?" And I said they cremated them, and they probably made some kind of vault so that evil can't fucking get out of there. You can't just bury them or something. I don't know. That's a lot of evil.
well, I'll tell you what they do with a good portion of the
Oh,
bodies.
you do
And
know?
this is sad. Yes, this is sad. So
I don't care.
they actually found in,
Wait, we're no,
I
no, no.
can't
Wait a
use the
second. We're
name.
talking. Wait. We're
Yeah.
talking about the bad people in
Oh,
Gitmo,
yeah. Oh, okay.
not
Okay.
the innocent people. No, no, no. Let's not go through that
Okay.
right now.
Gotcha. Okay, good.
Those things. That deserves, especially with what happened to the children, that deserves a whole live show, if not two
That's right.
or three
Yep.
or five.
Yeah.
We're just kind of catching up, trying to get things moving. Dana promises me, right, Dana, to give me a couple of hours a month, even like something, so we can do this more often. I just want to move. I don't want to talk about that stuff right now. I have to get myself in a
Well,
particular
so
mood.
where do you want to go from here?
I want to go a little bit to New York.
Okay.
I know you don't know much about New York, what's
I don't
happening.
know much about New York, so go ahead and go.
There's a couple of things. Those National Guards that got shot, or the young lady who died, was it Sarah? I can't remember her name at the moment. They both joined or something, or were positioned the day before. It was something. See, I wish Mama Helen was here because I don't watch the news. The news would interfere with my logic. Like, what? No. So something happened where they were both hired or something the day before. What's the
Yeah.
improbabilities of that alone? Secondly, it happened on 17th Street. Dana, what's 17, Dana?
It's the 17th letter of the alphabet, Q.
Q. Okay, guys, that's all we needed to hear. I asked Dana, I said, I had to wake a lot of conspiracists up from Charlie's shooting. He ain't dead. And it's really sad because people that were this is pushing it, I guess. Charlie's death was pushing it. That Ukrainian girl wasn't enough. The one on the subway, that was
Right.
fake.
It was fake. You saw it afterwards. You saw that they were good friends, that they were
Yes.
joking about it.
Yeah, they were both well, she was in the Ukrainian army. I had a picture personally in my phone from years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And then Mama Helen brought it back up. She was like, oh yeah, it's her. And I'm like, no. And Helen found it for
Yes.
me. I was like, I have the same damn picture. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So she
Mm.
was in the Ukrainian army or the US Army. She was just in army gear. I don't even remember.
Probably the CIA. I
Yeah,
mean,
they all are.
yeah,
They're all,
yeah.
and as I said to Dana, you hire these kids come in at 18, 19 years old. By the time they're like 25, 26, 27, they know they're acting. Not only are they trained soldiers that have no vaccines in them, that are eating healthy, that have no chemtrails, that are being taught correct, that are using vibrations, using probably med beds, whatever the hell else. These are the people helping us, my friends. And these are the ones that are acting and doing all this stuff. So, Ma'am Donnie, is he an actor, Dana? I'm just curious what you think. You know about him.
I do. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion of him. I'm wondering what game is being played because we know
Crazy.
that this is all planned out. This whole thing, it's all planned out. And so, granted, there's still aspects that are not completely controlled by the white hats, but there are a good portion of this is just,
I gotta say 90,
it's a movie.
95%.
Yeah.
I think 5% is not being controlled. Honestly. I mean, I can't cry. I can't assume. You know what happens when you assume, right? That old saying, it makes an ass out of you and me, something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
You can't assume right now. You can't, and don't stress and don't use any of your good energy. And the people that are awake or awakening, there are signs for you. Your dreams, your appetite, the way you think, the way you act, the way you sleep. For example, people that are awake have runny noses. It's so weird, but it's true. They have flatulence. I'm not spe These are different things that hit people that are awake. I'm not even kidding. This is well known. Yes, he- um, he's dead, right?
Yeah, he was executed.
You can't see it though. Read what it says. Tell him the law.
Yeah. Um,
I can
yeah,
read.
he was executed
Adam
for
Schiff.
treason, for but he was executed at Gitmo. What is that? January 2021, something like that.
Yeah, that
August,
makes
I'm
sense.
sorry. There it is, August
Still makes sense.
20. Yeah,
2021. I
yeah.
think Pelosi was gone before that, like 19 or 20. But you see, like what people don't know is they were taking out people before this.
Yes.
Mongrels.
Yes.
What gave me the clue was I happened upon like an old show and they were talking about these real estate people um owning like big property. Not Trump. Not Trump. One of them was a woman, another guy. They were involved in murder and blah 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 and they went to prison for this and I'm like, "Wait a second. I think one of them even owned the Empire State Building." Okay, we're talking about the rich of the rich. And I was like, they got rid of them then in court? That wouldn't have happened. I'm like, it had to
Well,
be.
our courts are corrupt anyways. They have to do it through military law. We've been under martial law.
That's the
When
thing.
when when Trump was elected, if you can go back and you can see that they received orders. At that point, you saw them flip around and they walked out, and those were their orders to begin the tribunals, to begin and there it may have actually some of that may have actually happened before that,
I
but
I know it did.
yeah.
I'm telling you it did. I'm telling you it had to.
Yeah. But that's when they received the orders from Trump to begin. And Trump even said, what was it? We have it all. We have everything. They stepped into it.
Right,
The
right.
Patriot Act was actually it backfired on them.
Yes.
And
I
yep,
was, yes. Go on.
no, the Patriot Act backfired on them, and they were allowed to listen to all of their telephone calls. They have
Right.
everything. They had Hillary's stuff already. Even
Yes.
though she destroyed it, they already had it. For heaven's sakes, Putin had it,
Yes.
and he gave it to Trump when he handed him the ball. I
That's
believe
right.
that.
That's right.
Yep.
He
The
gave it
ball
to
is in your
Melania.
court, Mr. President.
Didn't he give it to Melania? He gave it to Melania.
Yeah.
Trump,
Yeah.
right?
Trump received it from Putin, and
And I
he
think
tossed it
People say
to Mo.
Barron actually opened it up and got all the info out. Who knows? He might, he's
Yeah,
probably a
I have
computer
no
genius.
idea, but uh,
I've heard
but
sto
here
you
is
know, there's
Nancy
different
Pelosi,
stories.
and
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi was taken out in 2022.
Yes. Oh no, she had to be before Adam Schiff.
You know what? The date on Adam's shift. Let me go back here. I don't have a good. Let me go check it out myself.
I thought Nancy was t I gotta say, no, you might be right. Wait, it's already 20. Yeah, okay. Because there was one picture. It wasn't a picture, actually. It was a video of her. She was answering, blah, blah, blah. It's when I figured out she was a AI or whatever she was, uh, or the background was a green screen. I'm like,
Yeah,
they said she was at her house and she was sitting there, and I can't remember what she was answering, but that wasn't her. And that was too obvious for me.
yeah.
That's when it became too obvious.
Oh, let me see here. Okay. Yeah, it says August 13th, 2021. Gitmo.
So Adam Schiff, but maybe they killed the men before the women or something like that. I don't know.
Mm. He was uh, he was charged with treason, misprison of treason, rebellion of insurrection, seditious conspiracy, and advocating overthrow of the government. All under 18 U.S. Code 23, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. Gone. And what the thing is with Adam Schiff is that his grandfather was involved in World War II, and he funded
That,
the Nazis in World War II. He funded Hitler.
yeah. Well, of course they did because they were the Khazarians. They're all Khazarian. There's let's see your beautiful face there. There's a difference between, but not much, between the Muslims, okay, some of the Jews, and the Cabal. They're all inbred, okay? And don't tell me I don't know what the I'm talking about, because I'll tell you the Jewish community inbreed. They married their cousins. Okay, why?
Well,
Who
so
taught them this?
go
Amish
back
kind
farther
of
than
do a
that.
similar thing, but not as
Uh,
prominent.
yeah. So what the Khazarians, okay, then if you start talking about the Khazarians, then you've got to go back and you've got to start talking about Tartaria. And Tartaria is wiped from history.
Yes,
Um,
they
Tartaria
did.
was actually, it
They
was
cleaned it up.
located next to Russia, and they had a
Siberia?
very, what's that?
Is it part of Siberia?
No, 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 no. It was part of Russia,
A part
and
of Russia. I thought you said next to Russia.
yeah, it was a part of what is Russia right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and actually, their influence came over, and uh, if you take a look at some of the very early American maps of the United States, you'll see that there are sections there that are made up of Tartaria.
Okay, so
And that's why they brought all of their technologies
yes,
and all of their architecture here. Okay, there are pictures. If you look at Chicago, they had the Chicago Fair. They had a walkway, a moving walkway that went through the Chicago Fair. And they had to tear this down. They wanted to get rid of the history. That's the whole reason for World War II,
it
was to
never
get
made
rid
sense to
of,
me that
yeah, to
yes,
get rid of, it had nothing to do
you have to
with the
destroy.
Nazis. It was to destroy history so that they could change
This is
history.
how. So that is a very big flat earther kind of. It goes into the whole flat Earth thing too, right? Doesn't it?
Well, you can get into the mud floods too. And that's a portion that the mud
That's it.
floods, yeah, you had
I definitely believe
somehow
that
somehow you were able to change. Well, and there are buildings that have 10 floors
underneath.
below what, yeah. California was originally an island,
Correct.
and it filled in and it became a portion, a portion of the United States, bigger than what it is right now,
Did it
or
did
bigger than
it
what it
glide
was then.
over to our mass, California? Did it How did it you said it was an island, so there had to be a separation between the mainland and the fault, right?
Right, right. Yeah. So,
So it crashed
and I
into
don't
us?
know the exact, the exact details of it, but you had the mountain range, which is the Sierras, and so from the Sierras westward, that was all filled in, with the mud flood.
Let me ask you this. When did Tartaria exist? How long ago?
Well, I don't know what its exact range. It was probably, well, we had all the cities here in the 1800s because we had videos of them, pictures of them that show these beautiful cities. That's why they had these massive fires. I'm going to get to your answer, okay? And I'm thinking out loud, but you
And
had
what about the
Chicago,
generators?
you
The
had New York
generators,
City. Well, so there weren't they didn't really have generators. What
the
they
star
had is they used
generators.
well they had red mercury
No,
and
no,
red
no. I
merc
know that. No, I'm talking about
star
that's
cities.
not well, the star cities, but there's the generators that made the water do what we needed to do.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those? That's a flat earth thing, I thought. That's where I learned it from, the flat earthers.
Yeah. I'm not as familiar with the generators
Okay,
to
so
be
star
honest.
cities would hold a generator in the middle. We could not have created these cities. They are so perfectly geometric
Yeah.
that we did not do this a couple of hundred years ago. There's no way, people.
And
We
you could
can't do it today. The
yeah.
people don't understand art if they can't get this through their fucking heads. And I realize that artists and scientists and doctors, they're all so indoctrinated or they are cabal, so they're not going to tell you the truth. This is really what it's coming down to. So go on. You know what? Do you want to take a break? Because I need coffee.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to get to bed because I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
All right, so
Um,
you finish it off then.
yeah. So, going back to Tartaria to answer your
I get
question,
very excited.
I don't have the exact time frame. I think they were a an enormous power. They were after the Roman Empire, but I think honestly, some of the Roman Empire came over here. If you would take a look at what Chicago looked like back in the 1800s,
Exactly. The
yeah,
same art, the same
yeah,
architecture.
yeah.
Okay, so let me put it this way. When do you think was the soil what do they call it?
17, yeah,
I keep calling it soil liquidation. It's not that. It's
it's a mud
soil.
flood. It's a mud flood, but
You see,
it's
we all know it as different names. So
yeah.
no, because that's not even the name I know it as. It's because it's a proven uh
Event,
aftermath of
event.
tsunamis and cyclones, which, by the way, India is in the middle of a huge cyclone where I think about a thousand to 1,100 people are missing or presumed dead.
Mm,
This is not, it's hard to believe, but it has to be the good guys. And there are casualties in war.
yeah.
Just like
I-
Cuba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take it. Okay.
Dominican Republic.
So if you think then that the soil liquidation happened then Tartaria had to be full before that. No?
Yeah, I think we had a civilization more advanced than what we are. Their architecture, you can still see aspects of their architecture now.
Yes.
For example, San Francisco. You can go downtown San Francisco, the City Hall, and across from City Hall, you have this theater. It's called the War. What is the War Theater? War something theater, and the architecture there is beyond anything that we could do nowadays. And you'll see on the side of the building, it'll say founded. And founded indicates that it was not created, but they found it and decided to say, okay, on this date, we are going to find this or designate it as it was found. But they don't actually have the date that it was built. It could have been the 1500s or 1600s. Um, all of our history is a lie, everything. So that's,
So would you say within the last 250 years, we have definitely been in a very evil a very evil place, controlled by evil people who have been taking up our Hollywood, indoctrinating us with the media and movies and
250?
politicians.
No, I wouldn't say 250. I would say, go back to the turn of the century. Well, I mean, the whole thing about the United States being independent, 1871, they changed the Constitution. People don't know this,
Yes,
but they changed the Constitution, and
yes,
as a result, we became a colony of Great Britain again. Now,
right,
there's the time frame there. There's some question about that when that actually occurred, but we became a colony of Great Britain again. And so that's why we have the tax structure that we do, or the fact that we're paying taxes. We have this federal tax that we pay. Well, where does that money go? It doesn't go for anything that occurs in the United States. It went to the Vatican, and it went to basically the royals, which are the Rothschilds, or that family,
Rockefellers,
Orsini.
Windsors.
I think that may be the Orsini family, if I recall, but I may be wrong on that.
I don't even know. I don't know if I know all. I probably do.
Yeah.
Um, what I was gonna say was uh, Charlie Kirk had said something very interesting. Um, I never believed that this was a Christian Judea nation, but he had said something and it made me think a little differently. I do believe it's a Christian nation, and the reason why I believe it's a Christian nation is because we were running away from Satanists, not just kings and queens. People knew. And they had double agents, and we had double agents, even at that time.
Hmm.
Am I wrong about this? So what Charlie Kirk had mentioned is, and it has nothing to do, it's Protestants and Christians. So people that believe in Christ, right? They couldn't run for politics unless they were Protestant or Christian in the states, not the Constitution. Charlie Kirk was wise beyond his years. That's why he was an actor, right? It was the states' constitutions that made this happen. You get it? They were running away. What do you think? One last question. What do you think about Washington? Was he bad or good? This
You
is
know
what it
what? He
comes
was a
down to.
33, he was a 33-degree Mason. And
Amen, brother.
so it's questionable.
He was, listen, he told to, I happened, my husband watches all this crap, World War II, all this old shit. And I happened to be walking in on whatever he was watching about Washington. And he was like, Washington told his soldiers, you don't need to be paid. Look at how much I gave up in all my years. Like when I first started here, I was a brunette, and now he's all gray, implying the war lesson. He was getting the
I have
money, he
no
was getting
idea.
the riches, he was getting the women. Come on, that makes no sense.
Mhm.
Pay the fucking soldiers. It's the same shit they're not doing to us now. Get
Yeah,
it? We
yeah,
almost had the soldiers not being paid because the freaking government shut down.
yeah.
History does repeat itself, doesn't it? Those poor soldiers back then had to wait to get paid.
Well, you had it during, yeah, the revolution.
Yeah,
So my grandfather moved from, uh,
Colonial.
no, 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 well, New
I was
England.
talking about that, but go on.
Yeah, he moved from Foster, Rhode Island to Buffalo, New York. And the reason why is they did not have money to pay the soldiers. So that's how my family came from Buffalo, New York. And my grandfather was given property there, and he built a farm, et cetera. And that's where the family came from, the family name. But it was all during that period of time. So it was very interesting.
That's
Yeah.
I love that kind of history. But you got me thinking, what did they do to all the giants? We have seen giant skeletons.
Oh, well, the
Getting rid of
Giants.
destroying buildings is one thing. How do you kill off a bunch of giants?
Um, And that's a fair question. I really do think there was a flood. I
That would
really,
had to have been it. So
yeah. And
Tartaria had to
so,
go when the flood came in, the soil liquidation. You see, like you've pointed out, look at this axe and this stone, right? It looks like I have seen so many more, like elephants in the water, like
oh
they're
goodness, yeah,
rocks.
a lady laying down,
Yes,
next
I've seen
or
that one too.
or faces, or yes,
There's
or
a
large
giant,
animals. But what they did is that they took all the oxygen out of the air, and
so
so they couldn't breathe.
they couldn't breathe. So they petrified. Is that what happened? They
Yeah,
petrified.
yeah, yeah.
I
They,
even saw what are those fish called? Stingrays. You know how they smile on the other side? Did you ever see a stingray? They have eyes and smile. They look almost like stretched out human faces. I swear to God. I couldn't believe it. It was ginormous.
yeah,
How could this be? That all
yeah.
these things,
Or snakes or
unless
alligators, or take a look. You
there's a
go to
lot.
Utah, you go to Utah and you can see the trees, and those trees, they were cut down,
Yes, the
and you can go
petrified
up, and they're not even petrified, they're still wood. Some of it is still wood, and you can walk up there, and there was a guy that walked up and he said, my God, look at this. He said, this is wood. He said, this is coming off this mountain. And so we had enormous trees.
very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Well, you had to have more oxygen for giants.
Hmm.
Something
So
that
when they cut
simple.
down the trees and you didn't have any plants to
Oxygen.
produce oxygen, yeah.
How though? Where are these people? This can't be like the Hillary Clintons of today.
No,
Who
no, no,
did
no.
this? Who?
So they talk about the Nephilim and the fact that you had the angels that came down. They interacted with the women. They were caught up in the lust of the women, and they created these large
That's the
giants.
Anunnaki. That's my belief that
Oh,
what
the
he's
Anunnaki.
talking
Okay.
about are the
Okay.
Anunnaki. That's fine. You could call them angels. They were. They're very tall. Um,
Yeah.
but they could even be like the tall grays, right? But they're tall. They're light skinned. They have long white hair, right? You know what I'm talking about, the Anunnakis? You better get a move on. All right, finish your thought and we'll call it a
No,
night.
I'm good. I'm good for tonight. This was interesting. Yeah.
Good,
We jumped
good.
around a tremendous amount.
We'll
It's
get it
it's
together next time.
yeah, it's tough. It'd be nice to like have an agenda and just say, okay, let's talk about this, and then after we're done, let's talk about that.
As far as I'm
Just to,
concerned, the very next one we do live, that's up to you when. And if you want to do, I'll go live whenever I want. So I don't
Mhm.
care. But when you want to come on, you tell me. And if you want to do the flat earth or Tartaria or the soil liquidation, or you want to talk about the architecture or anything in particular, if you want to just do flat out, the flat out, flat earth, that's fine with me too.
yeah.
I don't
Okay.
mind. But you see, I'm
Sounds
going to
good.
do what I'm going to do, Dana. I need you
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
It's incredible. I bet people that have never seen conspiracists talk, like me and Mama, we go back and forth. We know what we're talking about. It's as this is good for people to see. He's on the West Coast. I'm in Florida on the East Coast, and yet many of our ideas equal up.
Yeah.
That's just it's a big point because there's many more of us too. Many more of us. All right.
Everybody's waking up. Everybody's waking up.
That's it. People are waking up slowly. They
Yeah.
are. But we have to speed it up a bit because we're going to have a big, I don't know. There's going to be something, some kind of change. You got all the
Well,
evil out of the world.
yeah. I honestly, I strongly believe in Nasara and Jasara. I truly do believe that it is going to occur. I mean, they put a 45 to Clinton's head, and in fact, the sergeant and lieutenant that ordered that and that executed that to have him sign for Nasara just died within the last couple of months, and I
Oh,
don't know his
interesting.
name. Yeah, but they signed Nasara, and in fact, I understand that part of 9/11, the reason that they executed 9/11 the way that they did, with Cheney and Rumsfeld and the Bushes is because they wanted to begin Nasara. So
Well, that was in bill that Clinton had it in, and it didn't go through because of 9/11. That is the exact day Nasara was supposed to go through, or Nasara at least. Nasara is the nation, right? Now,
right,
guys, don't worry about money. The gold is not what you think. Gold is not like, oh, I'm going to buy this today. It's not
yeah,
like that. I know all this QFS stuff. I don't believe a fucking shit of it. Gold is important to humanity. It is
yeah.
important to our lives. It is important to our atmosphere. It is important to our bodies.
And so
It is
people are,
important to it as a conductor.
yeah, people are going, well, gold is only a part of it. Gold and
Yes.
silver, it's only a part of it.
The metals are
Peop
important in a
People
different
are
way.
probably asking, what is NASARA if they haven't heard about it, okay? And it's the National Economic Security and Recovery Act. And you're going to see if you go on
I need to remember that.
they'll mention something about, Trump said this or said that, and he signed this or approved NASARA. No, it was already approved by Clinton
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
Fact. Fact, guys. Look it up. Fact.
and what it is, okay, is that basically all debt is paid off. Your house is paid off. Your car loans are paid off. Everything, and that's because they have stolen the government, the U.S. government, the banks. You have the central banking system, the Rothschilds, et cetera. They have
That was
stolen
taken
from
over a
us.
while ago. The federal banks were taken over a while ago by the good
Yeah,
guy.
well, and they went bankrupt, and so now
We
you
did a
have
reverse depression stock, like when the stock crashed in 29, that we did it to them. We used everything that they did. I'm telling you.
well,
It
I
seems that way.
understood that yeah, I understood, when we had the crash, and what was that, 30, 34,
29.
29, was it? No, my mother was, no, there was, hold on. What was that? What do we call that? We call that the depression.
Um, the Depression started after the stock market
Oh, you're
crash.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. It was. Okay. My bad.
What day was it? Does it say what date?
It just says the downturn began in 1929 to 1939.
October? Doesn't say
Um,
October. Because I think I always remembered it because my birthday happens to be October 29th. That's why I think it was October. I think that's why. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. So I think, we kind of did this to them and Trump took over the federal, at
October.
least there you go.
Yeah.
Um, there's no coincidences. My favorite number is 17. How is that fucking possible? I don't know. Q number. Didn't never like the letter Q. It was a weird letter. It's
I
a
didn't remember
weird
that. Yeah.
letter.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a mustache. I'm kidding. Um, and I
Okay.
think you're done.
I'm gonna let you go. Yep.
Go.
I gotta get some sleep and get up early in the
Yeah, you look
morning.
tired. You did a lot today. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Always
Next
is.
next time you'll introduce yourself a little better. We just kind of like
Yeah,
got
you know what?
into
We
it.
just jumped right into it. I thought about that before I got on,
We'll do it next time. Like I
yeah,
said, we're not professionals. We're doing this to help people, and
yeah,
if they want it, they take it. Go get some rest. I'll see you again soon.
sounds good. Yep. Have a good night,
Night night.
everybody. Okay, bye-bye.
Does he know how to get off? Seems to prove to be the toughest for people is getting off Zoom.
Okay, let's get rid of this here.
But I'm gonna put you in the waiting room
I'm
so
gonna do it. I'm gonna
oh, are
do
you? Okay, I'll give you time. Let's see if you can do it.
it.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi. I'm just kidding. It is a bitch. All right, I'll put
Goodbye.
after you get used to it, you can do it, but I'll put you in the wait. Oh, there he did it. I didn't do that. He did. Go, Data. Oh my God, I'm freaking hot. I was going to stay on a little bit longer, but I didn't really have much more. Well, I do have a shitload to talk about, but it's, oh my gosh, how do you do it? How did he remembers a lot? He's really good with he would have been a great secretary. Like he's good at keeping things in order. All right, I'm going to get some coffee. Give me a second, guys. I know there's like two people, two people in the chat. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I kind of want to get this. I want to get this up and out there. Well, that's wonderful. You keep seeing me bend down, right? All right. You know what? I'm going to say it really quick. No, you know what? I'll keep it till next time. I'll keep it till next time. Because it's more than it's more than one of those I'll do it in 10 minutes. But it is really, oh, it's only 2:17. I mentioned that I heard that Carol Burnett might be one of them. I heard that Carol Burnett might be one of them. I mean, I thought it because her daughter, okay, they had to kill someone in their immediate family or change their sex or both. That's how sa selfish and Satanistic these people are. Can we see that? God, it's so hard to think Carol Burnett is one of them. I'm hoping it's not true. The only thing that I had pause about was when I found out that Carol Burnett was absolutely good friends with Julie Andrews. And I have a feeling like she's just not good. But I don't know. Um, you're gonna see a lot of these pop singers come out. They're gonna be women. I've been seeing so many of them. I have told these people that are in these groups, like, no, this one is definitely AI. I've only found two out of like six or seven that they've shown me, but I am kind of careful. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert at spotting AI, but I'm pretty darn good, I think, at this point because I work with it enough. And there's some dead giveaways, but then sometimes you can get one of those pictures that just those pixels, because of lighting and such, don't come out the way they should. Okay, one other thing I wanted to bring up. I'm gonna do it. Muslim women are indoctrinated, right? I don't know if we brought this up during the show, honestly. I was saying that, um, because I was talking to Dana beforehand a little bit, and I've mentioned this quite so many times. Back in the day, they were in the Middle East, India, and Pakistan, and all. They were Buddhist, and they were Hindu, and they were Christians. They dressed in colors. They didn't hide their skin. Even Joe Brasher and I went over some of the stuff with the Ayatollah back in the 60s and 70s, where the women were more democratic, wearing bathing suits on the beach. What happened? What happened? We have Islamic terrorists. These people are inbred and therefore dumb as shit. They might think they're smart, but how smart are you to go out in the middle of the day on a fucking rack? What are you? It's just, it's not smart. It's not smart for these women to be wearing all black in the middle of the summer with their hijab from head to toe. It's disgusting. It had to have been created. Now, that being said, I went to Catholic school until I was about 15, 16. We had Muslims in our Catholic grade school. Unless you think Mahara Saeed, sorry, girl, maybe she'll never see this, is an English name by any means. Not that my name is English. Nobody could pronounce my last name, so let's not go there. But my maiden last name. I had a girlfriend, Sanya. I think her name was Sonia. I'd have to ask Julia. By the time she was 14, she knew who she was going to marry. We were in freshman year. She kind of had the color of, I'm not sure, I can't remember where she was from, but she did have Vance's wife's, that kind of coloring. Beautiful crystal eyes, though. They were like that blue green. Remember the girl in the National Geographic? And that was her, except that girl, I have a picture of her now. She aged very poorly. That sun does not do good on women out there. I had another girlfriend, I'll call her Di. I'm positive she's Arabic. She knows her constitution. In fact, I think she knows a bit of her conspiracies too, but I just remember her taking out her Glock and going out bear hunting last year, and she had a picture of it and say, "Hey, look at what I'm up to." She was good. She knew what she was doing. She was trained. I think her husband, I'm not even sure, but she's, I mean, do we see now, that's my generation, by the way. Okay, so we are going back. I'm almost 49 years old. So let's not go. My sister-in-law, my girlfriend, Farouk is my sister-in-law's husband's name. I don't think she'll mind me mentioning it. She knows I have nothing against them, meaning Muslims, because I grew up with them, right? We call him Freddie. You know, if you want to call him Farouk, I don't think he gives a shit. He helped raise my nephew. Good man. My nephew came out good. He's a good kid. Then I have my parents' best friends. Pat is Irish and Ilka was from Turkey. He's Muslim. I don't really like to name names, but I don't think they'll care because they're mega and they know the difference. Maybe except for Sonia. Sonia. Can't remember her name exactly. I think it was Sonia. We couldn't believe it. She told us come over to my house before my brother gets home. And we did. 13. I was 13. They were about 14. And I'm getting married. What? There's about three of us girls with her. Getting married. What are you talking about? I'm 14 years old. You're getting married. She was already arranged. And I think at 16, if not 18, but I'm pretty sure it was 16, she was going to be married. And she went to a Catholic school. That was St. John Villa in Staten Island, which has a tunnel. A couple of them. Okay. That being said, I think I said I want you to understand the difference. You see, then we had the Obama chain migration come in. That's different. That's why we have Trump having Arabs come in and help us in whatever state. I don't know what the hell's going on, what he's doing, but people are upset about it. Uh, MTG made a big deal out of it. I don't, it's all done, people. It doesn't matter almost. Just go with the smile, enjoy your popcorn. There's a difference between the terrorists that are cabal driven, right? Just like the cartel and the coyotes and everybody in the bottom of the period, the pyramid have been have I don't know where that came from, are all following. But I'm pretty sure most of these people are dead. I'm pretty sure we're in good hands. And I'm pretty sure that will take care of the Somalia, the um indecent Muslims. We are going to make it law where they're not supposed to wear a jihad. Sorry. In our country, you need to carry ID and we need to see your face because otherwise ID does not work. These women, if you are living in our country, you must learn the Western freedoms. And I guarantee after wearing that stuffy shit all your life, you're going to love showing off your beauty because you guys are fucking beautiful. You are. Black, gorgeous hair, the eyes, the way you do your makeup, the color of your skin. Why the fuck would you hide it? You're talking to the girl who taught other people how to bartend. And I said, why are you hiding your boobs? He bartending, stick him the fuck out. Little did I know, she was like, that's another story for another time, right? I always try to keep you guys interested. Kidding. All right, guys, it was a lot of fun. I hope we learned something. I did. I learned from just talking back and forth. Next time, I hope he uses his computer, Dana. He has tons of information, and it's a little different than mine. But it all seems to come together, doesn't it? Okay, we love you guys. Well, at least I do. I don't know what happened to Mama Helen. I thought she was gonna come on, but we love her too. And we love all of you, and thanks for joining us. Whoever did, whoever listened, take care.